beautifuls, this is Aromie here, and welcome back to Asagao Academy, where things are weird now. Of course, they took up the space in the stairwell, so we couldn't move around them even if we wanted to. Mind my own silence meant that whether we wanted it or not, we ended up eavesdropping on their conversations. So apparently, the nearby hot springs are closed for the rest of the year. What? No way! I was going to join my friends on a celebratory excursion after graduating in the midterm exams. I don't even know what she just said. I don't really know what happened because the staff don't want to go into it, but apparently it has something to do with the water being tainted. You don't think people are copulating in the springs? Oh my god, why do you talk like that? I'm sure that's why it is. But it must have been some kind of party if it made the springs completely shut down. Kusu's eyes flashed. It's being inspected for health violations if they find something that might not even be able to reopen. Oh man, I hope they catch whoever did it. It sucks that we had to suffer because somebody else was an asshole. When we reached the top of the stairwell, we sped around the girls and into the classroom like we were running away from swarm bees. As I hooked my bag on my desk, a jolly John approached me.
Hey.
Hana, welcome back. How are the... Shh! Tell anyone we were there. Okay, well, whatever you did worked. Look! He pointed across the weighted PVG who was sitting at the desk happily doodling. He noticed us looking at him and waved cheerfully. I waved back. What did you do? I never would have thought he would recover from something like this so quickly. We just talked, had a bit of heart to heart, I guess you could say. John held up a hand. Thank you, that's all I needed to know. Well, Hana, you're one special girl. I just meant thank you for looking after our boy. No problem, he's my friend after all. John snorted. Yep, definitely, and friends look after each other.
Yeah.
Exactly. He wandered off to his seat, still laughing like a maniac. What's up with him? I turned to Mai. She just shrugged, staring out of the window despondently. I guess she didn't feel up to chatting either. It was so unlike her. What happened between her and Jared? Thankfully, Mai thawed as the day wore on, and by the time we got back to Primrose's house, we were deep in discussion about volleyball strategies. But as we approached our room, I groaned. Oh no. Another note was taped gleefully to the door. I ripped it off as a bear might knock down a beehive. Oh, what did the paper ever do to you? I glared at her as I opened the letter. Oh love, she's lovely and sweet. She captures her feelings and shines like the sea. So lovely, this lovely, so pretty and nice. Oh, love is so hot and love is so ice. Getting warmer and warmer and warmer until I pour too much water but love cannot spill. For this lovely I see stares back at me with the sea. For the love has the loveliest eyes I've seen. It's obviously me because my eyes are blue. And hers are green, so hers isn't sea. I stared at the paper, eyes like the sea. I told you they weren't for me. Did I really have a secret admirer? I never even had a boy have a crush on me, never in my life. But strangest of all, when I should have felt my absolute happiest, I instead felt an odd sense of dread. We headed inside our room and glanced around, unsure of what to do with the letter.
Hey, what's up?
You look, you okay, Hana? I don't like this. Well, just put it away and forget about it, right? Whoever wrote it obviously isn't confident enough to approach you directly, and as long as that doesn't happen, you can just pretend like they don't exist. I folded up the letter and stuffed it inside my desk with its brothers.
Well,
I guess so. A letter is just a letter. It's great that you have a secret admirer too. Who knows, maybe it's someone you have feelings for. Well, there isn't anybody that I like, so that's impossible. Mai glared at me. What? I'm serious. I know you're serious. That's exactly why I'm annoyed. She sighed and shook her head. Poor guy's got it rough. But I guess you don't pick who you fall in love with. A secret admirer is hardly someone to love. He's probably just a little crush. Is he even a he? I wasn't talking about... Oh, forget it. A blush rose in my cheeks, but I ignored it. Anyways, we were in the middle of discussing your tactics, right? Have you tried the jack shot? I heard online that it's pretty good. It's a bit overhyped. It doesn't work as well for volleyball as you would think. The subject safely dropped. Maya and I discussed her next game until late in the evening. Something got her more excited about volleyball than usual, and that was saying something when it came to Maya. Whatever it was, she didn't tell me, and I didn't ask. I wonder what it was. Maybe she asked Jared if he wants to watch her play volleyball. Chapter 4. He looks a bit shocked here. I tried to look how many chapters there were, and no one told me either. After the whole incident, things returned mostly to normal. No, rather than normal, it was more like things calmed down, like a river that was no longer flooding. A few weeks passed, during which we took our first real test of the term. Thankfully, I scored a 95, high enough to keep my scholarship and provide a buffer for the rest of the year. The Asagao strikers played their first game without PBG, and they managed to win. The entire school celebrated except for PBG, who watched the game from his dorm room window. I wonder how he felt. In all other respects, he was back to the PBG we all knew and loved. It was the day after that game that he approached me.
Hana!
PBG, what's up? He stared at me for a few seconds, not saying anything. I cocked my head to the side. PBG, you there? Hello? I'm there. I was wondering if you... I nodded, trying to get him to finish his sentence. You will... I don't even know what you're talking about. Oh, right. So there's this game that's coming out soon, and they're doing a midnight release for it. It's a really cool game, and it's all about these little animals living in a village together, and you can come join it and live with them. Animal Crossing? Do you want to come with me? What do you want to do with the animals? In the game, you befriend them and you go fishing, fossil hunting, and there are festivals. You can decorate your house and wear different outfits too. It's super cute. It's Animal Crossing. I would literally go to an Animal Crossing midnight release. Pretty sure there's not gonna be many people, but you know it's worth. That sounds like something you'd be into. I'll say, and I think you'd like it too. Plus, I wanted to say thank you for what you did with me with the hot springs. So, what do you think? Well, sure. So, I'll just be keeping you company? Yeah, I guess so. He glanced away from me, looking troubled. Was something wrong? Okay, cool. Great, I'll pick you up tonight. Now, do you want to go get lunch? Do you want to get to lunch? I'm sure everyone's wondering where we are. I'm sure Mai and John told them what was up. Or John, sorry. PBG turned pale. I hope not. What was up with him today? I don't know. He came to pick me up right on time as planned. When I opened the door, Mai poked her head out from the top of her bunk.
Hey, what's up?
Going somewhere? Oh, PBG. Mai glanced from me to him and back again. I looked away. I hadn't told her because it never came up. How can you talk about something if it doesn't come up in conversation? You bring it up. That's how it happens. You bring it into a conversation, duh. Have fun. You better bring her back safely or I'll stab you with a lance made of toothpicks. Yes, ma'am. We stepped out into the dark night and I instantly started shivering. How cold was it out here, below freezing? I didn't bring a real jacket with me, but I didn't have a heavy jacket for this kind of weather yet, so there wasn't much I could do about it. Instead, I kept my mouth shut and tried to hide my trembles as we headed for the train station. Hey, where's this game store, by the way? It's a local one in the city. I like to go to it when I can to support them. Also, they have a puppy there. You're not allergic to dogs, are you? No, I love them. I always wanted to adopt one. We have one at home, and I miss him so much.
Really?
That must have happened after I left. It happened because you left. I was sad, so my parents bought me a dog for Christmas. Hana got replaced by a dog. Close enough. What's the dog's name? It's a him, and that's not important. Tell me. No, that's fine. Tell me. There's really no reason, PBG. Haru? What does that mean? Anyways, follow me. What does that mean? We took several twists and turns after leaving the station, PBG intent on finding the shop. It's a bit harder to find when everything's so dark. I blew my breath into the air and watched the resulting cloud float away above me. It was cold. Here it is. He gestured to a line of people huddled outside of a store, all wearing thick jackets and mittens. There weren't as many people as expected, but that made sense. How many people like a game about living with animals enough to wait outside at midnight for? I would wait in line for freaking Animal Crossing. Excuse me. We got into line behind a man with a blue-eyed mohawk. It won't be long now. Hana, are you okay? I looked up at him from where I was dancing on the street. Yeah. Why? You look like you need to pee. No, she sneezed. He looked at me from head to toe as if seeing me for the first time. Why are you wearing a skirt? It's so cold. Yeah, well, I didn't want to go home and change. Well, I'm a bit cold too. So maybe we should huddle together to preserve warmth. Plus, I'm wearing a jacket, so... PVG opened his Northern Boots Club jacket to me, looking away. So, you can... I didn't need to be told twice. I walked into the folds of his jacket and hugged him. He wrapped his arms and ends of the jacket around us. Thankfully, I was tiny enough to fit inside. Only the tip of my bow poked out of the top. PPG was a heating pad, and slowly I warmed up and stopped shivering. PPG set his chin on the top of my head like a little footrest. He smelled really good, like vanilla and cinnamon. Why did he smell like vanilla and cinnamon? PPG tried to talk to me, but with one side of my face against his chest and the other against his jacket, I could barely understand him. It sounded like his mouth was full of marshmallows. What? I don't know how to... Sure. I'm guessing that's good. I stood there in silence for a while, and then PPG's chin started wiggling on top of my skull. It felt really good, like he was giving me a massage or something. His beard was tickling me. And then I realized that he was talking to me, and I just couldn't hear him. I nuzzled into his chest, and he stopped talking for a bit. Then he started rubbing my back. What was he saying? Was I supposed to answer? I stayed where I was, and seconds ticked away. Oh! His head lifted off the top of mine, and he opened his jacket to look down at me. The line moved. It looks like we can go in and get our games. Yeah. Inside. Yes, let's go. Wait, our games? It must have been a slip out of tongue. PBG approached the register while I examined the games on the shelf just to the side of it. I had no idea what most of them were, but there were several I was interested in. One had pictures of cows on it. Another, a group of teenagers like they were lost in the city. Cows? Are you like Harvest Moon and like My Sims or something? They were all games for the handheld I had, but when I looked at the price tags, I balked. There was no way I would get one anytime soon. Dejected, I went to stand with PVG at the register. Here's your order, Mr. Gamer. Sorry. Oh, I pre-ordered too. You did? You did? You did? Oh, sorry. Here's the other copy. Thanks. PPG paid the man, and we left the store with the games in hand. As we went back to the train station, I side-eyed him. Just staring intently at him. What? Nothing. We made it to the station just as the train was loading and managed to sprint inside just in time. That was close, but at least we're inside. And look, we've got the whole carriage to ourselves. He spread his arms out wide and the plastic bag had rustled. He looked at the bag as if surprised. Oh, right! He pulled out one of the copy of the game and held it out to me. What? This is for you. I got it for you. Sorry I didn't give it to you back at the store, but I wanted to be sure we don't miss the train. I can't take this from you. It's way too expensive. Don't worry about it. I got it for you. But... He pouted. But if you don't take it, I'll be sad. Okay. Psh! I would take that Animal Crossing any day. Just... Thanks! I took the game and looked at the cover. There were small animals on a brown-green earth and yellow letters reading Animal Intersection. Across the top, a little yellow dog and some pink fluffy creatures smiled at the different humans on the screen. My favorite Animal Crossing animal is Nate, the bear. He is adorable and he has the green unibrow, my favorite. Tears filled my eyes. Well, my first game. Happy? am I happy? Oh my gosh. I started jumping up and down right in the middle of the train compartment.
Yay!
I got my first game. I'm gonna play this all night. No, you can't. You can't. Your animals are asleep. They don't want to be messed with. Wait, and play it after school tomorrow. What? Why? Just trust me. This game works with a real time clock, so you'll have more fun that way. I sighed. Okay. PPG grinned at my dismay. Anyways, let's get you to bed. Animal Crossing is love. PPG walked to me in front of the girls' dorm like a true gentleman. When we got to the door, he hesitated.
Hey.
Hey, Hana. Yes? Do you think... He trotted off, staring at me. I smiled at him. Do you think what? Never mind, it was nothing. Thanks for coming with me tonight. Oh, no problem. He pulled the door open and waved me inside. My lady? Why, thank you. I giggled. Seriously, thank you. This means more to me than you know. I mean, it's nothing really.
See you later.
Good night, PPG.
Bye.
Night, Hana. When I got back to the room, I was already asleep. I changed quietly and climbed into bed, game in hand. I couldn't wait to play it tomorrow. I slipped it underneath my pillow and snuggled into bed. What a wonderful night. Why isn't it? You're so dense. I'm so dense. That's a horrible name. I'm gonna save it. Because I don't know what that coding was last episode, I think. But I'm saving it. Hana, wake up. You need to look at this. I raised my head groggily from my pillow, hardly registering where I was. Mai stood over me, something like a smile on her face. What? What is it? Also, you're going to be late, but look at this. She handed me a piece of paper written in a familiar scrawl. Another note? Seems like it. Read it. Part of my world. Huh? Imagine a ball on an evening so swell. I can be Prince Eric, you can be Ariel. We'll dance on the shore where we both fell in love and saw the moon dancing so far up above. We'll be just like that pair, I promise it, dear. Your hair glistens glowing red off of this pier. Such a beautiful sight from this glistening beach. Do you have The Littlest Mermaid on Disney DVD? Wait, she has Mai has red hair though. When I finished reading, I cast a glance at Mai. What's wrong? You don't like it? I wish it were different somehow. I don't know. It just doesn't feel right. To my surprise, Mai burst out laughing. What? What is it? You're a true main character, Hana. Oh boy, this is great. You're dense as a brick. How would you rather the note was written then?
I don't know.
It's too... I mean, it's an awkward note, but it's not the right kind of awkward, you know? Uh-huh. I guess I wanted to make me feel more like... Of course, I can never forget you. I usually feel like I'm a joke to people, but when I'm with you, I feel like I'm more than that. Oh, Hana, it's nice to see you right when I wake up. Man, this day is gonna be good. More like... Oh, Hana, dear. Mai was leaning against her desk, doubled over in laughter, hitting it with something more than human strength. What? What is it? Mai flickered, a tear from her eye, wheezing. Oh, something I just want to strangle you. Are you ready for class yet? You woke up late, so we can't even eat breakfast. Forget breakfast. I'm ready. Oh my gosh, is she gonna do that typical anime thing when the girl runs out with the toast in her bread? Because that's what it looks like. I was unpacking my backpack before class that morning when to my astonishment, Ian approached me and began a conversation.
Hana.
My good friend, how are you? I squinted at him. Fine. How are you? Oh, I'm doing well. In fact, my tournament training has been going better this year than ever before. I just landed in the top 20 highest scores for Japan at number 20, but still. And, how are you doing with your training?
Yeah.
Fine. I smiled brightly at him, one hand on my treasured phone. Damn, foiled again. I cocked my head to the side, unsure of what exactly he was talking about. You mark my words, Hana Mizuno. Sorry, I will win this tournament. And when I do, you can bet I will idly mock you in the next. Okay, not yawning. Okay, the next time I see you in the cafeteria. And this is where we're gonna pause. Intimidation tactics. Excuse me? Excuse me? These notes are really starting to freak me out. I would rather not be getting them, but it's hard to explain. I think mine would say I should be grateful, but we're not thankful for some creepy notes that we don't know who's writing them. What if Mai was writing them to trick us all along? But that's gonna be it for today's episode. I hope you guys have enjoyed. Stay beautiful, and I'll see you guys in the next one.